Disclaimer, this is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence before putting your money to work. With that out of the way, let's have some fun and enjoy the episode. What's good, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Rich Off Games podcast. Happy Monday Mondays. It's your boy CB checking with you guys for episode 18 of the Rich Off Games podcast. Hope you guys are having a great start to the week so far. Hope you guys had a great weekend. My weekend was amazing. We was out of town, went to a trip, had to go handle some business and then come back home. And so we've had a pretty good start to the month of March, but we're trying to keep up that momentum, man. So let's get it. Comment below where you guys are from if you guys are new. Make sure to leave a like, follow, and bookmark this audio wherever you're listening to this, whenever you're listening to this. With that being said, let's get right to it. Do you ever wonder why some people seem to be easily aligned with success? Opportunities seem to find them, money seems to flow to them easily, and doors seem to open for them all the time. It has some to do with luck, but not all the way. Today we're going to discuss how these people attract success. But it starts with understanding that success has a frequency. Most investors, entrepreneurs, and high performers move differently, think differently, and carry themselves a different way. And this is before the money even presents itself. It starts with the energy. It starts with the way they show up with their energy and the things that they say, the things that they do, and the things that they think. It doesn't have anything to do with the dollar amount that's in their pocket. It just simply has to do with their concentration and their focus on the things that they intentionally want to pursue. They have a certain way of thinking and caring about the things that they're doing that separate themselves from the people who are not seeking success. Confidence and certainty is the key factor in the base of this approach. Simple, genuine belief is the way that they have this certain energy and frequency about themselves that help them align themselves with pursuing the things that they're pursuing. So understanding that is the first step into attracting success. The second thing is understanding that there's 4 badges or character types that can help you attract more success. The first character type is the opportunist, the person who's always seeking opportunity. Instead of being the person who's being a negative Nancy or somebody that's thinking negatively about everything and not really being someone who's seeking opportunity and seeking the ability to take action on new ways to benefit, you're taking the actions and the steps necessary to be aligned with set opportunities that can give and provide a certain result. So being the opportunist or someone who's looking for new opportunities is one character type that you can have. Another character type is the disciplined character type. The disciplined character type is the person who's consistently showing up and consistently taking the actions necessary regardless of the emotion, regardless of how they feel that day, they still show up, whether they feel good or bad, right? So showing up consistently through the actions and staying disciplined in the process of doing, whether it be investing, whether it be for yourself or for your family, you're still showing up and doing what's necessary each and every day to see the results that you are seeking to receive. So number 1, we had the opportunist, the person who's always seeking opportunity. And then number 2, we had the disciplined person who's showing up and showing up daily and giving the consistent actions. For number 3, we have the abundant character type, the person who's always thinking in abundance and opportunity, but not only opportunity, just thinking in a way of positivity and aligning yourself with the positive way of thinking that will help you overcome the things that seem negative in your life. So perspective is everything, right? So when you're perceiving something to be bad on you, like for instance, going to the gym, you perceive going to the gym as being a bad thing when you're putting strain on your body and you're hurting yourself and you're getting a negative response from your body that seems to be strained. Another person who's thinking abundantly perceives that workout as something that will help build up and boost their body to go further along in life. So thinking abundantly, all bases upon perspective, all based upon how you perceive the things that you're doing on a day-to-day basis. Are you being Are you responding to the things that's happening to you negatively, or are you responding to the things that's happening to you positively? It creates a different energy when you respond to things positively more than negatively. Because when you respond negatively, all you're going to get is a dead end kind of answer. But when you respond positively, it opens up doors for new ways and new outcomes to be presented in front of you if you think in abundance. So thinking in abundance is another character type. And finally, the last character type we have is the community builder character type, or the person who's surrounding themselves with the people that they know will help benefit and build and boost their life further compared to the people who don't. In other words, surrounding yourself with more positive people rather than surrounding yourselves with more negative people. This plays a big role in success because a lot of times most people are held down and anchored down by the people surrounding them, speaking negative thoughts into their mind, telling them that they can't do it, the naysayers, the people who are saying all the things negative and dishing off their thoughts and their beliefs from themselves to you, and really just giving you the runaround of not succeeding because they either tried and they didn't succeed, or they didn't try and they just believe that it's not possible. Whatever the case may be, you distance yourself from those people as much as you can, and you surround yourself with people who've done it or who are in the process of doing it, because now you're surrounding yourselves with people who are more aligned with your journey and your mission and what you're trying to pursue. So these are 4 character types that you want to be mindful of on your journey, and these will help you attract more success. Carry yourself like someone who expects the opportunity, not someone who doesn't expect the opportunity, not someone who's not prepared. So be prepared for anything and everything to happen to you, because it's possible that it can happen to you. Because if you don't think that way, then it won't happen. You have to align yourself with the thought of the thing happening and then being ready for the thing to happen. Because if it comes to you and, for example, you're not ready, now you missed out on your opportunity to see the success that you want to see. Right? So it's like somebody scratching off the lottery ticket, but they're not in the position to go redeem the lottery ticket or be ready to go cash in on the lottery ticket because they didn't have the right things in place in order for them to receive the reward. You have to be in position and put yourself in the position to receive the reward. You have to plant the seed, just like a farmer, right? You have to plant the seed in order for it to grow. If you never plant the seed, how can you expect for it to grow? How can you expect for you to have an abundant farm of fruits and vegetables if you don't plant the seeds now? So you have to plant the seeds and allow yourself to be able to receive the opportunities that are presented. So this is how you attract success. I hope this helps you on your journeys. Let's move on. Investing tip of the week. Treat every day as if you could lose it all. Because in reality, you really can, right? I've had this happen to me numerous times where I would do really well in trading, day trading, and produce really good results for a month straight. And then in one day, I would lose it all just due to not treating the market as if it can take everything from me. I got overzealous, overconfident. My ego was boosted. I was on a strong win streak, and I thought that I was unbeatable. The market humbles you in a way to make you come to a realization that you're not unbeatable. You're very much beatable. You can lose, and when you lose, you have to lose with grace. Don't lose arrogantly and in a way that makes you lose everything, because that's going to put you further back than it will if you just take the small loss. So treating every day as if you could lose it all in the market is being nimble with your approach, being patient with your approach, taking quality trades. So not looking for the in and out scalps. You're looking for the slow approach to the market. You're taking your time with the market. You're being patient with the market and waiting for the opportunities to present themselves to you. You're not just anxious to get in the market. You're waiting. You're patiently waiting, because you know that whenever your setup presents itself, you're going to capitalize greatly on that opportunity. But if you continuously take the scalps and you continuously get in and out, one of those in and out trades that you try to take, you might have adjusted or accounted for the risk, but you really haven't, because then what if the big breakout happens on that one scalp move that you were waiting for, and now you don't know what to do because you're caught off guard by the instant run up that you had happen in the market. Now you don't know whether or not to sell or hold. Now you're stuck in a position that you're down 50% on. This has happened to me. This is why I'm speaking from these kind of things, because this has happened from experience. So I'm not telling you anything that has not happened to me. I'm just telling you how to overcome it, because that's what I had to do in order to overcome these things. I had to wait longer for the proper setups to present themselves and take the quality setups rather than the everyday scalp moves that you can catch a quick 5 to 10, 20% off of. So taking your time, looking for quality setups, and being patient in your approach are the main ways to protect your account and treat every day as if you could lose it all. Don't lose it all in one day. Don't be like me. Be the opposite of me. Be patient in your approach, be nimble, and trust that your strategy works. You know, using your risk management, using your system that you have, trust that those things work for you, and stick to those things. Don't do anything different. If you do, you'll probably see different results, most likely. But if you stick to what works and you see that it's continuously working, keep doing what works. Don't do anything differently. Why would you do something that's different from what's working? Why would you change up the program and the program works just fine? There's no reason for that. So that's my thoughts, and that is the investment tip of the week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments below if you guys did, and let's move on. If you guys want more tips and tricks about day trading and investing, make sure to click the link in the bio, www.continuebelief.com. I share a lot of free resources and tools, tips and tricks about how to day trade, how to get started investing, and so much more. So make sure you guys check out the link in the bio. Thank you guys so much. Make sure to leave a like and follow. And yeah, see you guys later. Are we entering a stagflation economy? What is stagflation? Stagflation is a multiple of things, but it consists of inflation, slow economy growth, and high unemployment. When those three things are all coinciding together, that creates stagflation. So when the market's not rising higher, yet the prices are going higher in consumables, and the employment rate is going lower, those are all signs of a stagnant market and economy. So are we in that season right now? Me personally, I don't think that we're in that season as of this moment, given that we just came off of a 3-year run in the market. We had continuous run up over and over and over again, and we've had some pretty good returns in the market. And so I don't think that we're at a stagflation period. However, I do think that we are showing signs of stagflation. And so it can possibly turn into a stagflation. And so if that is the case, if that does turn out to be a reality, how can you benefit from a stagflation economy as an investor? As an investor, you can benefit from a stagflation economy by being invested into the most valuable stocks and market exchanges known to man. So your top 10 stocks in the world will most likely be slightly affected, but not completely affected to the point where they just have a complete reversal on their valuations in the stagnant market. You know, they'll still be in high demand given that they're needed for certain things. So I would definitely look into owning the best of the best companies. That's one way you can benefit from a stagflation market. Another way is investing into commodities like oil and gold. Oil is on a run up given the Iran war and everything that's going on in the Middle East. There's a high valuation increase on oil, and then given the uncertainty that we've had within the last year, gold has been on a run up as well, and all precious metals as well, like silver and platinum and all the other precious metals as well, have also been increasing. But particularly gold, you know, is known to be a defensive investment when uncertainty kicks in. So investing into gold is another protective thing you can do as an investor. And then Another thing you can do is just invest into what the stagflation economy brings. So typically, like I said, the economy slows down, and especially when in a season of war, when we're at war with other countries, you want to invest in things like energy and defense. So defensive stocks that I've mentioned before, like General Dynamics, Lockheed Martin. There's another one called Kratos. You want to invest in those kind of companies in these kinds of economies, because a lot of times that's what is moving the economy and the market. So being mindful of where the narrative is in the economy and the world, and what's moving the markets to be the way they are what's going to move in the marketplace as well, if that makes sense. So those are the ways you can be positioned and benefit from a stagnant market or a stagflation economy. Comment below if you guys are already doing that, because we're already seeing signs, like I said, but I don't think that it will last a long time. Fingers crossed. I hope that this war ends sooner than later, because people's lives are being affected in real life outside of the market, which is a whole nother thing in itself. And so I just hope that, a lot of this ends sooner than later, and we're able to come to a quick resolution to no longer harm people's livelihoods, because that sucks. So those are my thoughts on that. I don't think we're in a complete stagflation. I do think we're showing signs, and those are the ways I believe you can benefit in that kind of market and economy, if that presents to be a reality. But regardless of that, you still want to stay invested. You still want to own. You want to have a strategy that works regardless of the economy's situation. You want to be invested in a way that your portfolio is not affected by major headlines of war and inflation and things of that nature. Yes, you will see discounts, but you want to be deeply invested into something that you've got at such a great price that no matter what the economy is facing, you're still green. Like, I know for me, I'm blessed to say that I'm still green in this economy, even though there's a lot of things going on. That's because I have a strategy and a plan that works for me in a way that I can benefit no matter the economy. Now, if things go left, really left, then that's the only reason why my portfolio turns red. But even in that scenario, I would still look to buy more shares of these companies I'm investing in, because I'm invested into the best companies of the world. There's no reason why, if I'm having an issue in the market, then that means the world is having an issue in the market. That's how I kind of look at it, because I'm investing into the best of the best. So you got to invest into the best of the best. You got to have a strategy that works throughout any recession, depression, inflationary period of the economy. You want to have a strategy that is through and through works no matter the economy we may face. So just some food for thought. Keep that in mind on your investing journeys, and build a strategy out that really works throughout any kind of economy. Now, if we get an economy that, if we're in an economy that the dollar is shot down in prices, and the companies that we know, like, and love at the top go bankrupt, then that's a whole different economy. We are cooked as a world, because there's so much energy, time, and money invested into these kind of things that if things go left like that, we have way bigger problems. And that's just how I personally feel about it. So those are my personal thoughts on that. I don't think we're in a stagflation period of economy, but we are showing signs. So just be mindful of it. It's something to keep in the back of your head, and just slowly prepare for that kind of economy. If you want to put some shares into some defense stocks, if you want to put some shares into energy stocks or energy ETFs, that would definitely be a good idea. I don't think that's a bad idea at all. Or if you just want to straight up buy gold, there's nothing wrong with that as well. So just some things that you can do in order to prevent or prepare for that kind of economy. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. But with that being said, that will be it for this episode 18 of the Rich on Games podcast, man. I want to give thanks to God for always being there for us, man. Like, even given everything that's going on right now, we're blessed to hear birds chirping out of our windows, be able to make these kind of content and videos, and just being able to do and be free in a country that God is watching over and blessing and protecting. And there's always a worse side of a way of living that you can have that you don't. So it's just good to show gratitude and be grateful each and every day. So I'm just thankful for God always blessing my family, my friends, my community with abundant love, protection, and good grace and positivity. And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It's your boy CB checking in with you guys once again. I hope you all enjoy. I'll see you guys next week, same time, same place.